Nvidia was the belle of the ball. Today's gain was yet another record high.
Nvidia just had their latest shareholder meeting, and CEO Jensen Huang dropped some serious bombshells. From record-breaking financials to a shock announcement about robotics, this meeting has the tech world buzzing. But what does it all mean for the future of AI, computing, and our daily lives? Shareholder meeting overview and financial highlights. Nvidia's recent shareholder meeting was a buzz of excitement as CEO Jensen Huang took the stage. The room was packed with investors eager to hear about the company's performance and future plans. As Huang began his presentation, a hush fell over the crowd. What groundbreaking announcements would he make? How has Nvidia fared in the past year? Let's dive into the financial highlights that had everyone on the edge of their seats. Nvidia reported record-breaking revenue for the fiscal year 2024, reaching an impressive $60.9 billion. This marks a staggering 126% increase from the previous year, showcasing the company's explosive growth in the AI and computing markets. But what's driving this incredible success? The answer lies in Nvidia's dominance in the AI chip market. As companies worldwide rush to adopt AI technologies, Nvidia's GPUs have become the go-to choice for powering these advanced systems. The demand for their chips has skyrocketed, with data center revenue alone jumping to $18.4 billion in Q4 2023, a 409% increase year over year. Gaming, once Nvidia's primary focus, continues to be a strong performer. While it's no longer the biggest revenue driver, gaming still brought in $2.9 billion in Q4 2023. This shows that Nvidia hasn't forgotten its roots, even as it expands into new territories. Huang didn't shy away from addressing the elephant in the room, Nvidia's soaring stock price. The company's shares have more than tripled in value over the past year, outperforming many tech giants. This growth has pushed Nvidia's market capitalization to over $2 trillion, making it one of the most valuable companies in the world. But can this momentum be sustained? To answer this question, Huang highlighted Nvidia's strategic positioning in the AI revolution. He emphasized that the company isn't just riding the AI wave, it's helping to create it. Nvidia's CUDA software platform and its AI-focused hardware have become essential tools for researchers and businesses developing cutting-edge AI applications. Comparing Nvidia to its competitors, Huang pointed out the company's unique advantage. While other chip makers are scrambling to catch up in the AI space, Nvidia has a significant head start. Its years of investment in GPU technology and AI software have paid off, giving the company a commanding lead in the market. Looking to the future, Huang laid out ambitious projections. He expects the AI chip market to grow to $1 trillion by 2030, with Nvidia aiming to capture a significant portion of this opportunity. The company plans to expand its product offerings, targeting not just high-end data centers, but also edge computing devices and consumer electronics. But it's not all smooth sailing ahead. Huang acknowledged the challenges Nvidia faces, including potential supply chain disruptions, increasing competition, and regulatory scrutiny. However, he reassured shareholders that the company is well prepared to navigate these obstacles. One of the most intriguing parts of the financial presentation was Nvidia's commitment to research and development. The company plans to invest a whopping $11 billion in R&D for fiscal year 2025, a clear signal of its determination to stay ahead of the curve in AI and computing technology. Huang also touched on Nvidia's efforts to diversify its revenue streams. While AI and data center chips remain the primary focus, the company is also making strides in automotive technology, professional visualization, and now, as we'll discuss later, robotics. The shareholder meeting wasn't just about numbers, though. Huang took time to discuss Nvidia's impact on various industries. From healthcare, where Nvidia's technology is accelerating drug discovery and improving medical imaging, to climate science, where it's powering complex simulations to better understand and combat climate change. As the financial portion of the meeting wrapped up, shareholders were left with a sense of excitement and anticipation. Nvidia's performance has been stellar, But what's next for this tech powerhouse? How will the company leverage its strong financial position to drive innovation and growth in new areas? This brings us to the most unexpected and thrilling announcement of the day: Nvidia's bold new Robotics initiative. But before we dive into that, let's take a closer look at the current state of Nvidia's AI and GPU developments. How are these technologies evolving, and what role will they play in shaping Nvidia's future? Nvidia's current AI and GPU developments. As the shareholder meeting continued, Jensen Huang shifted gears to discuss Nvidia's latest advancements in AI and GPU technology. The audience leaned in, eager to hear about the cutting-edge innovations that have propelled Nvidia to the forefront of the tech industry. What groundbreaking developments would Huang reveal? How would these advancements shape the future of computing? Huang started by highlighting Nvidia's latest GPU architecture, the Blackwell platform. Named after the pioneering mathematician David Blackwell, this new generation of GPUs promises to revolutionize AI computing. The Blackwell GPUs boast an astounding 208 billion transistors, making them the most complex chips ever created. But what does this mean in practical terms? To put it simply, Blackwell GPUs are incredibly fast and efficient. They can process AI tasks up to 30 times faster than their predecessors, while using less energy. This leap in performance is crucial for tackling the most challenging AI problems, from developing advanced language models to simulating complex scientific phenomena. But Nvidia isn't just focused on raw power. Huang emphasized the company's efforts to make AI more accessible and easier to use. He introduced the latest version of CUDA, Nvidia's parallel computing platform. The new CUDA 13 includes tools that simplify AI development, allowing researchers and developers to create sophisticated AI models with less effort and time. One of the most exciting announcements was the expansion of Nvidia's AI supercomputer, DGX Cloud. This cloud-based platform gives companies access to immense AI computing power without having to build their own data centers. Huang revealed that DGX Cloud is now available in more regions worldwide, making it easier for businesses of all sizes to harness the power of AI. But how are these advancements being applied in the real world? Huang shared several compelling examples that had the audience buzzing with excitement. In healthcare, Nvidia's technology is being used to accelerate drug discovery. By simulating molecular interactions, researchers can test potential drugs much faster than traditional methods. This could lead to new treatments for diseases in a fraction of the time it used to take. In the automotive industry, Nvidia's GPUs are powering the next generation of self-driving cars. The company's Drive platform uses AI to process data from multiple sensors in real time, allowing vehicles to navigate complex environments safely. Huang announced partnerships with major automakers to bring this technology to the roads in the coming years. Climate research is another area where Nvidia's technology is making a big impact. The company's GPUs are being used to create more accurate climate models, helping scientists better understand and predict the effects of climate change. Huang shared how one research team used Nvidia's technology to improve hurricane forecasting, potentially saving lives by providing more accurate warnings. In the world of gaming, Nvidia continues to push the boundaries of graphics and performance. Huang unveiled the latest version of DLSS, aka Deep Learning Supersampling, an AI-powered technology that dramatically improves game visuals while maintaining high frame rates. He demonstrated how DLSS 4.0 can make games look almost photorealistic, even on mid-range hardware. But it's not just about improving existing games. Nvidia is also working on AI tools that could change how games are made. Huang introduced AI-powered character animation tools that can create lifelike movements based on simple text descriptions. This technology could make game development faster and more accessible to smaller studios. One of the most intriguing developments Huang discussed was in the field of natural language processing. Nvidia has been working on new AI models that can understand and generate human-like text with unprecedented accuracy. But here's the kicker. These models can run on a single GPU, making them much more efficient than current large language models that require massive data centers. This breakthrough could pave the way for more personalized AI assistants that can run locally on devices, without needing to send data to the cloud. Imagine having a highly intelligent AI assistant on your phone that can understand context, learn your preferences, and even write creative content, all while protecting your privacy. Huang also touched on Nvidia's work in the metaverse and digital twins. The company's Omniverse platform allows for the creation of highly detailed virtual worlds that mirror real-world environments. This technology is being used in industries ranging from manufacturing to urban planning. For example, BMW is using Omniverse to create digital twins of its factories, allowing them to optimize production processes virtually before implementing changes in the real world. As exciting as these developments are, Huang acknowledged that they also come with challenges. The increasing power of AI raises important ethical questions about privacy, bias, and the potential misuse of technology. Huang reaffirmed Nvidia's commitment to responsible AI development, announcing new initiatives to promote fairness and transparency in AI systems. One of these initiatives is the expansion of Nvidia's AI research labs around the world. These labs will focus not just on advancing AI technology, but also on studying its societal impacts. Huang emphasized the importance of collaboration between technologists, ethicists, and policymakers to ensure that AI benefits humanity as a whole. The audience was captivated by the breadth and depth of Nvidia's AI and GPU developments. From healthcare to gaming, climate science to autonomous vehicles, it seems there's hardly an industry that Nvidia's technology isn't transforming. But as impressive as these advancements are, they raised an intriguing question. How would Nvidia leverage these technologies in its newly announced robotics initiative? As Huang prepared to move on to the next topic, the anticipation in the room was palpable. The shareholders had just been given a glimpse into the cutting edge of AI and GPU technology. Now, they were eager to learn how Nvidia planned to apply this expertise to the world of robotics. What groundbreaking innovations could we expect from this new venture? How would Nvidia's AI prowess translate into the physical world of robots? The new robotics initiative, vision, and strategy. As Jensen Huang moved to the next part of his presentation, the excitement in the room reached a fever pitch. The CEO's eyes gleamed with enthusiasm as he announced Nvidia's bold new venture into robotics. The audience leaned forward, eager to hear about this unexpected move. What did Nvidia, a company known for its GPUs and AI software, have planned for the world of robots? Huang began by painting a vivid picture of the future, a world where robots work alongside humans, not just in factories, but in homes, hospitals, and even on the streets. He explained that Nvidia's robotics initiative aims to bring this future closer to reality. But how? And why now? The answer, Huang revealed, lies in the convergence of AI, advanced sensors, and powerful computing. Nvidia's expertise in these areas puts them in a unique position to tackle the challenges of robotics. The company's vision is to create a new generation of robots that are more intelligent, adaptable, and capable of working safely alongside humans. Huang outlined the key areas where Nvidia's robotics initiative will focus. Perception. Using Nvidia's advanced AI and computer vision technology, robots will be able to see and understand their environment in real time. This means they can navigate complex, changing environments and interact with objects more naturally. Decision-making. Leveraging Nvidia's expertise in AI, robots will be able to make complex decisions quickly and accurately. This could range from deciding how to grasp an object to planning the most efficient route through a warehouse. Control. Nvidia's powerful GPUs will enable robots to process sensory information and control their movements with unprecedented speed and precision. Simulation. Using Nvidia's Omniverse platform, roboticists will be able to design, test, and train robots in highly realistic virtual environments before deploying them in the real world. But Nvidia isn't just developing technology for robots, they're creating an entire ecosystem. Huang announced partnerships with leading robotics companies, research institutions, and universities. These collaborations will help accelerate the development and adoption of advanced robotics technologies. One of the most exciting aspects of the initiative is its focus on accessibility. Huang emphasized that Nvidia wants to make advanced robotics technology available to companies of all sizes, not just tech giants. To achieve this, they're developing a suite of software tools and hardware platforms that will make it easier and more affordable to create sophisticated robots. But what about the practical applications of these robots? Huang didn't disappoint, sharing several compelling use cases that had the audience buzzing with excitement. In healthcare, Nvidia is working on robots that can assist in surgery, providing surgeons with enhanced precision and reducing fatigue during long procedures. These robots use AI to adapt to the unique anatomy of each patient, potentially improving outcomes and reducing recovery times. For the manufacturing sector, Nvidia is developing flexible robots that can quickly learn new tasks. Unlike traditional industrial robots that are programmed for specific repetitive tasks, these new robots can be easily reprogrammed to handle different products or processes. This could revolutionize manufacturing, making it more adaptable to changing market demands. In the realm of personal robotics, Nvidia has a prototype of an AI-powered home assistant robot. This sleek, mobile robot can navigate around the home, recognizing family members, responding to voice commands, and even helping with simple tasks like retrieving objects or monitoring home security. One of the most ambitious projects Huang discussed, and has actually discussed previously, was in the field of agricultural robotics. Nvidia is partnering with agricultural tech companies to develop robots that can plant, tend, and harvest crops with minimal human intervention. These robots use advanced computer vision to identify ripe produce, detect diseases, and even perform selective weeding, all while navigating rough terrain and changing weather conditions. Huang also addressed the elephant in the room, concerns about robots replacing human jobs. He emphasized that Nvidia's vision is not to replace humans, but to augment and assist them. The goal is to create robots that can take on dangerous, repetitive, or physically demanding tasks, freeing humans to focus on more creative and fulfilling work. Of course, such an ambitious initiative requires significant investment. Huang announced that Nvidia plans to invest $2 billion in robotics research and development over the next 5 years. This includes building new robotics research centers, hiring top talent in the field, and providing grants to universities for robotics research. But Nvidia isn't going it alone. Huang revealed partnerships with several major tech and manufacturing companies to co-develop robotics technologies. These collaborations will help ensure that Nvidia's robotics innovations are practical and can be quickly brought to market. The timeline for this initiative is aggressive. Huang expects to see the first commercial products resulting from this initiative within the next 2 years, with more advanced applications rolling out over the following 3 to 5 years. As Huang concluded this section of the presentation, the excitement in the room was palpable. Shareholders were clearly impressed by the scope and ambition of Nvidia's robotics initiative. But it also raised some intriguing questions. How would this new venture integrate with Nvidia's existing technologies? And what challenges might the company face as it ventures into this new territory? Integration of AI, GPU, and robotics technologies. The world of technology is changing fast, and 3 big players are leading the charge: artificial intelligence, graphics processing units, and robotics. But what happens when these 3 powerful technologies come together? It's like mixing different colors to create a whole new shade. The result is something exciting and full of potential. Let's start with AI. Think of AI as the brain of this technological trio. It's the part that can learn, make decisions, and solve problems. AI can look at a lot of information and figure out patterns that humans might miss. For example, AI can look at thousands of pictures of cats and dogs and learn to tell them apart, even better than some humans can. Now, let's talk about GPUs. Originally, GPUs were made to make video games look amazing. They're really good at doing many small tasks at the same time. It's like having a team of workers instead of just one person. This makes GPUs perfect for AI because AI needs to do a lot of math very quickly. Finally, we have robotics. Robotics is all about making machines that can move and do physical tasks in the real world. Robots can be small, like the ones that vacuum your floor, or big, like the arms in car factories that help build vehicles. So what happens when we bring AI, GPUs, and robotics together? We get robots that can think, learn, and act in ways we've never seen before. One exciting area where this combination is making a big difference is in self-driving cars. These cars use AI to understand what's happening on the road, GPUs to process all that information quickly, and robotics to actually control the car. The result? Cars that can drive themselves safely, potentially making our roads much safer. Another cool example is in warehouses. Amazon, the online shopping company, uses robots to help pick and pack orders. These robots use AI to figure out the best way to move around the warehouse, GPUs to make those decisions quickly, and robotics to actually pick up and move items. This makes the whole process much faster and more efficient. But it's not just about making things faster or more efficient. The combination of AI, GPUs, and robotics is also helping to solve some big problems. For example, scientists are using this technology to explore parts of the ocean that are too deep and dangerous for humans. They send down robots that can navigate on their own, recognize different sea creatures, and even collect samples, all without a human controlling them directly. In hospitals, this tech combo is making a big difference too. Surgeons are using robots that can make very precise movements, guided by AI that can analyze medical images in real time. The GPU processes all this information quickly, allowing the robot to adjust its movements faster than any human could. This could make surgeries safer and help patients recover faster. Even in our homes, we're starting to see the benefits of this technological teamwork. Smart home devices are getting smarter, with AI that can learn your habits and preferences, GPUs that can process your voice commands instantly, and robotic features that can physically control things in your home, like adjusting the thermostat or turning on lights. But it's not all smooth sailing. Bringing these technologies together comes with some big challenges. One of the biggest is making sure that AI-powered robots are safe to be around humans. We need to make sure they can understand and predict human behavior so they don't accidentally hurt someone. Another challenge is making these advanced robots affordable. Right now, a lot of the most impressive robots are very expensive, which means only big companies can use them. Scientists and engineers are working hard to bring down the costs so more people can benefit from this technology. There's also the question of privacy and security. As robots become smarter and more connected, we need to make sure they can't be hacked or used to spy on people. This is especially important for robots that might be used in our homes or to handle sensitive information. Despite these challenges, the future looks bright for the combination of AI, GPUs, and robotics. Researchers are working on robots that can learn new tasks just by watching humans, much like how a child learns. Imagine a robot that could watch you cook a meal once and then be able to replicate it perfectly. In factories, we're moving towards lights-out manufacturing, where robots can work 24/7 without needing human supervision. This could make production faster and cheaper, potentially bringing down the cost of many products we use every day. Even in space exploration, this tech trio is making a big impact. NASA and other space agencies are developing robots that can explore other planets more independently, making decisions on their own about where to go and what to study. As we look to the future, it's clear that the integration of AI, GPUs, and robotics will continue to push the boundaries of what's possible. From healthcare to transportation, from our homes to outer space, this powerful combination is changing the way we live and work. But as we marvel at these technological wonders, an important question arises. How will these advancements impact our society and economy in the long run? What new opportunities and challenges might emerge as robots become smarter, faster, and more capable? Ethical implications of robots. As robots become smarter and more common in our lives, we need to think about the ethical issues they bring up. One of the first things we need to consider is robot rights. As robots get more advanced, some people wonder if they should have rights, like the right not to be harmed or turned off. This might sound strange, but think about it. If a robot can think and feel, is it okay to treat it like a simple machine? This question gets even trickier when we talk about robots that look and act very human-like. Another big issue is responsibility. If a robot does something wrong, who's to blame? Is it the company that made the robot, the person who owns it, or the robot itself? For example, if a self-driving car gets into an accident, should we treat it the same way as if a human driver caused the crash? These are tough questions that lawmakers and ethicists are trying to figure out. Privacy is another concern. Robots, especially those in our homes, can collect a lot of information about us. They might know when we're home, what we eat, or even record our conversations. How do we make sure this information stays private and isn't used in ways we don't want? There's also the question of bias in robots. AI, which powers many robots, learns from data. If that data is biased, the robot might make unfair decisions. For instance, a robot hiring manager might unfairly favor certain groups of people if it was trained on biased data. We need to be careful to make robots that are fair to everyone. Another ethical issue is the impact of robots on human relationships. As robots become better at interacting with us, some people might prefer talking to robots over humans. This could lead to loneliness or change the way we relate to each other. How do we balance the benefits of helpful robots with the need for human connection? We also need to think about how robots might be used in war. Some countries are developing robot soldiers. These could save human lives, but they also make it easier to start wars. Plus, should we let machines make decisions about who lives or dies? Many people think this crosses an ethical line. Another concern is job loss. As robots take over more jobs, many people might find themselves out of work. This could lead to economic problems and unhappiness. We need to figure out how to use robots to help us work better, not just replace us. There's also the question of robot addiction. Just like some people get addicted to video games or social media, people might become too attached to their robot companions. This could be especially tricky with robots designed to be our friends or even romantic partners. We should also think about how robots might change our behavior. If we get used to ordering robots around, will we start treating humans the same way? Some people worry that having robot servants might make us less kind or patient with real people. Another ethical issue is the environmental impact of robots. Making and powering lots of robots uses energy and resources. We need to make sure that as we develop more robots, we're not harming the planet in the process. Lastly, there's the big question of control. As robots get smarter, how do we make sure they always do what's best for humans? Some people worry about a future where robots become so advanced that they take control from humans. While this might seem far-fetched, it's important to think about how to keep robots as helpful tools rather than potential threats. As we move forward with robotics, it's crucial that we don't just think about what we can do, but what we should do. We need to create rules and guidelines to make sure robots help make our world better, not cause new problems. These ethical questions don't have easy answers, but it's important that we think about them now before robots become even more part of our daily lives. By considering these issues early, we can help shape a future where robots and humans can live together in a way that's fair, safe, and beneficial for everyone. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about Nvidia's plans? Are you excited or concerned about the future of robots in our daily lives? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a discussion going. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with the latest. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.